A link down below as always to credit the person that uploaded the patch notes. Let's get right into it. General gameplay fixes. Fixed a bug where a player would dive tag when it wasn't necessary, or an issue where left-handed pitchers would turn the wrong direction when covering home, or an issue where the catcher would occasionally not attempt to tag a runner stealing home, or an occasional freeze that would happen when the offensive player steals on a base loaded while swinging on strike three. Pinch runner substitution will now only prompt user of extra runner on second if they should be replaced. Players that are due up are now visible in the quick menu on offense and defense. Fixed an issue where players would occasionally freeze after the defensive users selects a secondary pitch. You see what I did there? It was trying to be funny. Fixed an issue where users were not able to pick up the ball after a diving stop, or an issue where catchers would throw after a throw cancel. Fixed an issue that would occasionally cause a soft lock after a home run, or a visual bug that would cause player cards getting stuck on the screen for the offensive user, or a bug that would cause a runner to disappear when they were also called to the on-deck circle in Showdown. Fixed a soft lock that would occasionally happen when the defensive player makes a substitution, or an issue that would cause hitter tendencies to not display in player cards in game. There are no tuning changes to gameplay in this update. Ball player increased the progression rate of ball players' fundamentals. You think? Fixed an issue that would occasionally cause created players to change appearance when the edit player screen was accessed. Or a visual bug with the ball player's attribute bar that would allow it to go over 99. Wish I had that. Even though the base attributes don't impact the ball players past 99, equipment still works as intended, and it will apply the corresponding attributes to the player card once loaded into the game and your ball player is on the field. Also fixed an issue where a ball player would disappear in the loadout screen, or an issue where a player's throw at bat hand were displaying incorrectly in the loading screen, or an issue where Silver Slugger archetype items would not populate in the player's inventory until the game was restarted. Fixed an issue in the Diamond Dynasty where the ball player would incorrectly show as a catcher. Road to the show. This better be good. Players can now see which loadout was last active when in-game. Players will now correctly swap to the correct loadout when advancing to the next game. Fixed an issue where pitchers would stop pitching. Players will now be able to add additional pitches to your ball player through training sessions and Road to the Show. Also fixed a crash that would occasionally happen when entering the Road to the Show menus online. Or fixed a bug where stats would not track within Road to the Show if the user plays an online Diamond Dynasty game prior. The Double Ds. Fixed an occasional issue where the players would lose control after deflection, or an issue where the CPU would defensively sub the player after one pitch. Archetype item programs should now track accurately en route to the show. In-game attributes should now change as intended when a non-activated loadout is selected. The game will now send players to ball player customization so you can customize your character before beginning Road to the Show. Fixed an issue with archetype item progression and simulating to the end of a game. Fixed a loadout tracking issue when having multiple loadouts to pick from, or an issue with archetype item progression and simulating to the end of a game. Diamond Dynasty fixed a bug that would allow two versions of the same player in a squad. Maybe they were twins. The full batting order will now display in view while making pregame selections. March to October fixed an issue where March to October save file authentication would fail if an online connection was lost prior to restarting the console. That online bullshit. Home Run Derby. When offline, the fast forward prompt no longer stays on screen after a presentation completes. Fixed to a soft lock that could happen when a user was using pure analog hitting when online. Stadiums. Pnc Park fixed an issue where the camera falls under the stadium when replaying 450 plus feet home runs. Pnc Park various texture and environmental fixes. Yeah, because those mountain textures, I talked about that in those stadiums that are open, they look like a horse's ass. Very pixelated, very low res textures. Not that I recall what a horse's ass looks like, it's just a figure of speech. Forbes Field fixed an issue that would cause a random player from the batting team to occasionally go frolicking through the field. So at the start of an inning, I could picture that. Globe Life Field, various texture and lighting fixes. The guy was running to go, what the hell? What's all this shit I'm seeing? This looks like PS1 era. Chase Field fixed a bug that would cause Chase Field to have open roof lighting when the roof was actually closed, but this was only happening on Xbox because, hopefully they fixed a frames issue on Xbox One. Busch Stadium fixed an issue where the right field scoreboard would show incorrect data in replay mode. Wrigley Field scoreboard updated the show BB9 instead of BBK. Really, who picked up on that? Marlins Park has been renamed to Lone Depot Park. I think Marlin sounds better. Fixed various player animation in the dugouts across all stadiums. Created stadiums, added search functions, search by online ID or stadium name, and sort functions, date, name, rating, and downloads to the Stadium Creator Vault. Fixed an issue where the camera would shake when locked on a 450-plus home run in custom stadiums, or an issue where the jump at the wall indicator would not appear in certain custom stadium walls. Various fixes made to the environments in Stadium Creator. Adjustments made to the camera behavior in custom stadiums. Fixed an occasional crash when entering a created stadium after being in the vault. Added a greater variety of presentation cameras in created stadiums. Players are now able to cancel out of a selected tutorial when viewing the stadium hub. Added an alert to notify players when selecting a template will revert to a blank canvas. Franchise fixed a bug in the achievements screen where both Hall of Fame players had the same stats. Fixed a bug where active rosters and 40-man rosters are not being filled. What about the one in franchise where your jersey keeps reverting back to the default if you had changed it? If you left and saved your game midway through. That's really annoying. User interface increased the speed in which card rarity is revealed when opening packs. The do-up list is now available from the in-game quick menu while on offense and defense. Various updates and adjustments made to the UI fixed an issue where the home run OSD would stay on the screen. The notification pop-up has been moved to prevent it from covering the player's profile icon and stubs amount. Fixed a bug where the All-Star Game score display was showing incorrect pitch types and speeds. Pinch runner substitutions will now only prompt user of extra runner on second if they should be replaced. Fixed a rare occurrence where the pitching tutorial would appear while the player is batting. Fixed a bug where the fielding tutorial would sometimes appear blank. Xbox fixed an issue where the system message would fail to appear when accepting an invite to join a custom league when communications are set to blocked. Added a notification to Xbox players instructing how to disable crossplay in the profile screen. Miscellaneous added Evo Shield logo and other equipment images. Fixed to a crash that happened in the quick menu in MLB Network. Various updates to descriptions and textures for equipment items. Various crash fixes across the areas of the game. I'm assuming it meant to say all areas of the game. Sounds of the show will no longer reset after closing the app, which is a current gen feature only. Replays will now last longer. Fixed an issue where players would receive an error message when attempting to download or save rosters from the vault. Various tweaks and adjustments to commentary. Fixed a visual bug where players' hair would clip through their hats when viewed from a distance. I guess my hair clipped through my skull. When creating a player, the player's hand should no longer escape from their wrist and float away while scrolling too quickly. Oh man, through animations. No, my hand, come back. How will we reunite again? R3 will no longer change the song when in a player card view. Fixed a bug that caused the controller to vibrate continuously when pausing the game after holding a pitch in the zone. I have to stop thinking about the floating hand. It's just too much. Added exceptions to the profanity filter. Fuck that. For names that have corresponding audio files. If you haven't picked up the game yet. Anyways. Yeah, so that's it for the patch notes. So if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It greatly helps support the channel with the algorithm and making my ass just a little bit more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up on the internet. If you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I mean, normally I would just snap it off inside your ass, but in this case, I'll just have it so that when you wake up in the middle of the night, your hand just floats in the air. And you have to watch it rise as it gets closer and closer to the moon. I'm just going to end that there because it's getting weird. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, it might be hard if your hands are floating, but maybe use your foot or something. That would be greatly appreciated, but if not, sorry. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next video after I've gone back to bed. I'm on 4 hours of sleep. Bye for now.